Hello and welcome to Barry's Basics, where our guides are straight to the point and strictly only the basics. In this guide, I will be going over the basics of the Creature Graveyard portion of the Mage Training Arena. The Creature Graveyard is one of the 4 mini-game-like activities that are required to obtain various rewards from the Mage Training Arena. In order to participate in the Creature Graveyard activity, you will need at least level 15 in the Magic skill to cast the Bones to Bananas spell. As far as items go, you will need the runes required to cast the Bones to Bananas or Bones to Peaches spell. Both of these spells require Earth runes, Water runes, and Nature runes. With this activity, you can bring staffs, so any combination of runes and staffs is fine. As far as your inventory setup goes, outside of bringing runes, ensure you have at least 20 spaces free. You will also receive blood and death runes occasionally as a reward, so keep this in mind when setting up your inventory. I've provided this screenshot to show an example of a potential inventory setup. We'll go over inventory setup and equipment more in depth a bit further into this guide. To reach the Creature Graveyard room, you will first need to travel to the Mage Training Arena, which is directly north of the Duel Arena in Al Kharid. The easiest method of reaching this area is by use of a Ring of Dueling, selecting the teleport option for the Duel Arena, and then walking just north and behind the Duel Arena. If you aren't able to obtain a Ring of Dueling, you can simply walk to the Mage Training Arena from a nearby location like Lumbridge or Al Kharid. If you've never participated in any portion of the Mage Training Arena before, you'll need to speak to the Entrance Guardian to obtain a Progress Hat. The Progress Hat is required to be inside of your inventory or equipped in order to enter any of the Mage Training Arena activity rooms and obtain Pizzazz points. Once you have received your Progress Hat, you can walk north to find the entrances to each of the Mage Training Arena rooms. The Creature Graveyard can be entered through the Eastern Portal. Upon entering the Creature Graveyard, attempt to find a pile of bones that's relatively close to a deposit slot, as shown here. In order to achieve Pizzazz points for the Creature Graveyard, you will need to collect bones from any of the piles within the room and convert them to fruit. Each type of bone collected will provide a different number of fruit indicated by the interface shown near your inventory. After converting the bones, you will need to deposit the fruit into the slots that can be found in various spots along the walls in the room. Every 16 fruit deposited will provide 1 Graveyard Pizzazz point. As you spend time within the Creature Graveyard, you will occasionally take 2 damage at regular intervals from falling bones within the room. Because of this damage, you will occasionally need to eat some of the fruit you create. Alternatively, you can also bring a few pieces of food with you before entering the Creature Graveyard, as bananas heal a smaller amount of health compared to other types of food. If you do choose to bring your own food compared to eating fruit created here, you can resupply your food using the nearby bank chest just south of the Mage Training Arena at the Duel Arena. It may also be worth bringing health regenerating equipment like the Hit Points Cape or a Regen Bracelet to deal with some of this damage. If you happen to die in the Creature Graveyard, you will lose 10 Graveyard Pizzazz points as a penalty. As a side note, a death here is not considered a true death, meaning it is safe for hardcore Ironmen and you will not lose any items if you do die here. As far as strategies for this room go, I will only be going over the most simple strategy to keep this guide short and simple. The most basic strategy is to pick up 4 bones from a pile, convert them into fruit, deposit these fruit, and then pick up 8 bones from the same pile. Once you've picked up 8 bones, convert these bones and deposit the fruit. Then simply continue picking up 8 bones, converting them, depositing the fruit, and repeating this process while occasionally eating some of the fruit you create. For clarification, you only need to pick up and convert 4 bones on your first trip to the bone pile. If you accidentally pick up more than 8 bones, simply subtract the extra number of bones you picked up on your next trip to the bone pile. For example, if you pick up 9 bones, you would pick up 7 bones on your next trip to the bone pile, and then continue repeating the process of converting 8 bones at a time after you return to the bone pile again. Simply repeat this process until you have the number of Graveyard Pizzazz points you desire. As a side note, Peaches and Bananas provide the same number of points, but unlocking the Bones to Peaches spell before any other rewards from the Mage Training Arena is highly suggested in order to make this activity easier for any future trips you take to the Creature Graveyard, as Peaches heal a substantially larger amount of health compared to Bananas. This concludes the basics of the Creature Graveyard portion of the Mage Training Arena. If you require more advanced strategies or information on this topic, you can find a link to the official Old School RuneScape wiki article on this subject in the description of this video. If this guide helped you, please take the time to give this video a like. If you'd enjoy more videos similar to this one, you can subscribe to this channel for easy access to all current and future content provided. To be notified of future content from this channel, you can also left-click on the notification bell located next to the subscribe icon. Feel free to leave a comment to make a request for a guide similar to this one, and thank you for watching.